Hi everybody, so as you can see here, I was working on Volume 1 revamp day before, but most of the day has been spent preparation and practicing stuff for my Mason stuff, which I cannot talk about. Don't touch your nose. But yeah, so I thought, start the day off instead of day like when I'm on my way there. And yes, I'm in my Deadpool PJs, very classy stuff. So yeah, in behind this blanket is my new, I would say suitcase bag. Yeah, so behind there, that's got all my books in it and that. Got my new pole stand made by my mutter, so thank you for that. So you can see that. Look at that lovely little thing, because my old one broke. My fixed leg bag for the stand. Obviously, high vises, another bag with my books in it. And then my side bag where I'll be carrying just little bits and bobs. Like the essential stuff that needs to be either on me at all times or be with the crew. So yeah, so see you there. So welcome to AnimeCon 2025 NEC in Birmingham. Open intro. Hi everybody. So yeah, so it's a travelling day today. I was up pretty early because I couldn't sleep anymore. Quite excited about it, but as you can see here, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to go. Ignore that, that's a cat school blanket. Right, anyways guys, we'll see you soon. Right, we are finally on our way to we're on our way to our place of residence, our base for AnimeCon UK. Obviously we've got Mr. Andrew here to help us out. Callum's at the front of us.
Two cars in front there.
And the wife that I will censor, Mrs. Vamp. Yeah. My wife. And we're listening to a bit of Tomb Raider Venice from Tomb Raider 2. So we're listening to some funky beats. Anyways, I'll see you later. Looks good. Hi everybody. So we've made it in Birmingham. I won't do the tour of the house because you've probably seen this on the last one. Maybe I will. We'll see how the mood goes. This is my new team member, Callum. Oh. He will be with me all this weekend. And yes, as you can see, he is taller than me. And he is very handsome. Yeah, so we'll do a tour. There is the bathroom with the electric shower. It's there. Like literally, I do not have, I have one of those old tap showers. And this is a godsend, yeah? Like, I didn't realise how much I would miss a fucking electric shower until I got to buy my flat and Jesus Christ. So, we've got my stuff in this corner here, ready to be in the convention tomorrow. I will not swing around because Mrs. Vamp doesn't like being on camera. Obviously, you've seen him before. He's at the beginning of the video. He's going to be with me all weekend. Mrs. Vamp is going to be hidden in the corner. You won't see her unless she pops her head out of the video and I have to spend hours on it blowing her face out again. Love you. Deep down. So that was the front room, by the way. We have got our boudoir. We have got helper one boudoir. And this is helper two boudoir. So he's got the other bedroom. So yeah. So yeah. So you have a little sneak peek of our base of operations. We used this for the last time we were here, which was last year. And morning everybody. Yeah, so this will be Thursday setup day for AnimeCon UK, and stuff still in the corner here, so we'll be ready to probably rock and roll in about almost an hour or two time. I think it's what time is it now? Sorry, yeah, 7 or 2, so a bit later than that. So yeah. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm quite excited for this year. The table setup here. Unusual than most, but I'm looking forward to it. See you then. So, guys, Callum's now making a fashion statement with height. Check him out. Look at him. This is called the fashion statement. If you want to follow it, make it a trend. Feel free to tag us. So yeah. So there's a bet going on between this man and this man. And what's the bet?
if I can fit in the boot.
So if you can fit in the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the boot lid closed.
And what's the ante for this? What's the bet? What are you betting for?
For over a cup of tea and a drink.
Yeah, so if he wins, he gets a cup of tea from this guy. But if this guy wins, he gets a Dr. Pepper from this guy. How are you feeling about this?
Confident.
You can fit in his boot?
Yeah.
And I've said, if I can't fit in there, he's definitely ain't gonna. This is gonna be a very interesting bet. We'll be filming this so you get the results. Here we go, the first annual Vamp the Lost Soul boot hugging contest. This is not the boot he'd be getting in, because we already know he fits in that one. The boot he shall be fitting in today, like the majestic creature it is the boot of this car. So we'll make sure, like, health and safety wise, everything is in, whatever's in the boot is out, so he will not experience somewhat most discomfort. My lovely Mrs. Vamp the judge, who will not be on the camera.
How am I getting into this?
However you want.
I know.
He's so confident.
Here we go. Oh
shit.
Go on, try it.
Oh shit.
Shit, he's managed to.
Now, yeah, we walk away, we leave him now. Bye, bye. Bye. You locked him. Right, okay, you get out. That's the real.
You can't get out, you failed. No.
Oh, he popped it.
He popped it. Oh.
Did you pop it, Callum?
No. Oh. Yes.
Okay, so how's it to taste defeat, Andrew? That
That's good.
the no defeat, that no taste of Dr. Pepper will pass your lips this day. How do you feel about winning a cup of tea?
Superb.
And that includes the first ever Olympics. Hi, so we're on our way to AnimeCon now after that amazing first part of the City Olympics. We renamed it, rebranded it, because we thought that other word I had to censor out because it was a bit too much. So it's the City Olympics. Maybe a few more to come. Maybe not. See how the vibes go. We've got all our yellow vests. You know, we're looking a bit dapper today. Quite dapper in our yellow vests. See you there. Hi everybody. So yeah, we're on our way in. Just over there, Andrew. I know where we are. Yeah, so we just arrived safely, and we got our wristbands. Like, as usual, NEC staff, you've all been lovely to us on the way in, compared to our London centres. So honestly, keep the good job up. We just want to say, this is going to be Callum. How are you feeling about your first ever con on the table with us?
Good.
Good. He feels good.
So anyway,
It's good for you. It'd be an experience. Honestly, mate, you'll really.
good life.
Yeah, it's a good life. Seriously, mate, you'll enjoy the experience. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, we'll see you at our tables. And I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever. Hold me tight. Hey everybody, day number 1 is now on the way. We've got the total bag in the car that we forgot yesterday because me being an idiot. We got our high vises just in case we need them for the morning. Did a little bit of Volume 1 revamp if anyone cares to know, and yeah, we're pretty much all getting ready now. Like, I'm pretty much ready to go, and we'll see you there. Right, so we've finally made it. Yeah, so lovely sunny day outside. We'll see you in there. So Callum, City Bug Olympics Part 2, what did you do?
Well, I peeled off the seal. So
Yeah.
the seal that was meant to be there. I peeled it off. I folded it over, and it didn't stick.
Yeah,
So
and
I looked. I run my
he
finger
stuck
across,
somehow. This is impossible to do. Not even I could do this, and I'm quite clumsy. He sealed the very top of this onto where it should be sticky, and now we can't do it. Get another one. So that's your second Olympics, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Hi everybody, this is the final setup. Now we actually brought the panels and the thing. So Andrew, please say wahoo for the audience. That was my mess up. So yeah. Would you like a tour? Would you like a grand tour? So we start off on this corner here. Obviously, the same pictures are behind, and then we go down. You see the paper bags that will come free with any book purchase, and then we go around and around. You can be quicker, Callum. Go around, and then we end up on the other side. All the books you see and the bag, and the bookmarks, and the prints on the other side. Anyways, guys, this is the beginning of our day. You see all these lovely people here getting set up. We'll see you soon. Hi guys, I've got one of the people I know. This is a guy who's creating his own thing at the moment called Head of Ket. So honestly, guys, go check this guy out. He's got some awesome minifigs, right? And look at this. Look at this, he's got his own manga. Go check it out. Hi everybody, so yeah, we're around. We're gonna have a little walk around and just see what's around. Got some swords, we got Toe from QE. My wife's gonna love that shit. We've got Tokyo Toys, shout out to you guys. Yeah, we've got some really we've got some lot more candy stores. I think my wife's gonna be popping by here soon. This is awesome.
Oh, where we are.
This is a lot. But yeah, this is really awesome. Everything looks really cool. And then we're finally hitting Ice Alley where I'm going to be today. Got some lovely stuff with some artists here. Look at that. Such lovely artworks. So we're going to see if we can bully an artist in a mug. Check this out. This is all great stuff coming on here. Now I've got to find someone to take on. Let's have a look. This is really cool stuff. Now I've got to find my table. I think I've lost myself. What? I know I'm in a corner. So hopefully, well, because I found a friend online that I've been chatting to on Instagram. So this is a fellow VTuber. Go check him out. Check out their stuff as well. They've got lots of lovely little art VTuber merch. How cool is this, hey? So maybe secret conversion or T-code. See you later. Everybody, please check out this wonderful artist. He's another artist I know. Please go check him out. He's got some wonderful artworks around here. Go check him out. All that way.
No.
Thank you. Mate. Sitting. First sale of the day. So yeah, not even like what, half an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, so hopefully this is. Look at it. Look at this. So busy for day one. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. This motherfucker over here, first time round, didn't scare me. Second time round, honked his horn at me, scared the shit out of me. I swear he is horny for scaring me. He is still drunk. Go touch grass. Hi everybody, so I found out there's a very young artist amongst our midst who's got very big skills. Say hello, would you like to tell everyone who you are?
Yeah, hi, I'm Charlotte and I'm the artist behind Cloudy Arts, basically like my small business I started up. But yeah, I mainly draw Genshin, Kai Star Rail, One Piece and anime and K-pop, so.
Are you planning to do your own original projects any time soon?
Yeah, so I'm starting a manga series, so hopefully that will continue. I can get my script done and hopefully publish it one day. But yeah, I'm also like training in university to become a concept artist. So.
Awesome. So seriously, keep an eye on this one because look at all his skills. If you can see this is where you can be now. Wait to see where she goes in the future. Seriously, Yeah, there you go. Here's the business card. Go check her out. Keep an eye on her. Seriously, one to watch. See you later. So, right, he told me to touch his dice because I have the cursed touch. He is now... he did not heed the warning. Roll, please.
Rolling. 11. Not too bad.
That's not too bad. Try.
Better than I usually do.
Do you want to do it again?
14.
14. Maybe it has cancelled it out. Two curses.
That's better than I normally do.
That's very strange. Or is it it's behaving for now and waits for the most opportune moment to strike? If I get some binds in my DMs on Monday from this guy, you know what's happened.
Yeah.
Touch him again.
Yeah. I see. Touch him again.
Touch him again.
Hi everybody, so Friday, it's usual sort of day, everyone's just checking everything out, but it looks like 8 books in total so far, but yeah, we had a really good time, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, over my shoulder, so yeah, we'll see you soon. So, long story short, I lost this, my proper tallies. He found them, he is a saint. Mwah! I love you. We've done really well today. We sold, was it 1 mega bundle and 3 volume 1s. So we've got a good head start for the weekend. So yeah, hopefully things will go quite sweet from there. So see you later.
Hi everybody, so I got this manga that Dark Nova's given to me to have a read, so I'm giving it a go. I'm enjoying it so far. But yeah, so this is day 2 of AnimeCon UK. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be busy today. Yesterday it kind of died out like within the last 1 or 2 hours, but honestly kind of expected that at the same time because of the time it went on till or stuff like that. So that part will be coming in my review. There will be a few things. I think, you know, review wise, had some insight from other artists, and I think it'd be good to put forward. But anyways, see you later.
Hi everybody, we are here again. Day 2 is officially not on yet, but we are setting up. We just all start display a little bit. We're really looking forward to today. So yeah, we'll see you soon. Spiceal up the day! Yeah, like literally, again, mega bundle. This is so awesome. It's getting a little bit busier right now, so I'm gonna have to cut this short, but we'll see you around later. Hiya, so this lad here done his first sale on my table. Really proud of him. Well done, man. Thank you. Seriously, we're doing really well today. We've got about 15 book sales today, the bookmark sale, so hopefully things will still get crazier. See you later. Oh, I've just been squeaked by Squeaking McSqueakington. At least it's not as bad as the honk, so I take that win. Hi everybody. Yeah, we've barely hit our sales goal today of 20 books today, so that's 28 books in.
8 books yesterday?
That's making yesterday 20 today. So yeah, we're literally a mega bundle and a book away from breaking even. So we've done really good today. This lad's been a mad lad today, despite Nova being ill. Like he's wishing well. See how he feels tomorrow, but I doubt he'd be coming tomorrow because how he always feels. But yeah, you've done really well, honestly. Thank you for your first time. It's brilliant. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, yeah, we're back home. We're safe. Still had a total of 20 books, but absolutely awesome. We are so close to literally breaking even with our table, and I think a couple of mega bundles should do the trick. And this man, MVP, despite this not too well, but hopefully you recover. We wish him recovery, guys. Please in the comments, like he probably will recover by then, but just wish old Andrew well. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Hey everybody, so we're up. He's up. We're all up. We'll see how Andrew feels today, but it looks like it's a possible go. Yeah. So we'll be full team today, but we're going to see him on till just to make sure he's not overexerting himself. Bless him. And if he needs to go back, then yeah.
Mr. Taxi Driver.
Yeah, so bless him. He's been an absolute saint all weekend, honestly. So can we have a shout out for him? Give him some love for Callum. Very much. So we've got a little sleepyhead over here. We tucked him nice and neat in his jacket. This majestic creature is asleep. So yeah, we'll wake him up in a moment. We'll see you there.
Go.
Hi everybody, so as you can see here, we've had a little change of display. I would love you guys to really comment on if you like the last 2 days banner or the Sunday banner, and just give me some feedback. So as you can see here, we've got the prints are now more visible. We've hanged up the bookmarks a bit more to get them on display because I'm really proud of them. And yeah, I think personally, you just see a lot more stuff, and I've maybe hindered myself over the years because I was more focused on the books. But yeah, let me know, because obviously I'll be looking at new products soon anyway. So yeah, we'll see how this goes and see if Davey gets underway.
First sale of the day! Yeah, we got someone who bought Volume 1. This is absolutely awesome. See you later.
If I pull out the black flash, they say you did come like a bad rat. No lie, tell me why you're useless. Consume me, without purpose, don't hang about even without purpose. Singing, anger down, but you're feeling worthless. Living hand to mouth like the king of curses.
So Callum's genius is targets. What's your genius marketing technique? Tell him.
No.
Right. So this bugger who needs to touch grass, yeah. Where is he? Hiding. He's hiding. The coward that's hiding behind him, you can see the top of his head. Went, if you buy my books, I'll get down on my knees.
Yeah, just to get the bag and the books out.
I'm taking 5. I'm taking 5. Laters. Hey guys, near the end of the day, we've finally broke even, thanks to these mad lads as well. We're all getting a bit tired and all that fun stuff, but we'll hang in there, see if there's maybe any potential people come down to pick up a book or whatever. But you know,
we've had a really good time despite everything. So yeah, we'll be having a review obviously after this bit, so stick around for that. Hopefully we'll get some artists to come on to get their point of view as well, and maybe, you know, see you later. So yeah, Saturday was very dead. That becoming a part of my review, but I had a good time overall. Oh, just let him go past first. We had a really good time overall. I mean, Callum MVP, I think this weekend. Very big MVP to him. Thank you, Andrew. I know you went Hokers. Sadly, I think you kind of conked out the last few hours, but you know, thank you as well. Thank you to everybody that came to my table, bought my books. You were all amazing. I can't say any more than that. I mean, despite the quieter days and the quiet hours of the weekend, yeah, I think everybody was amazing. The artists surrounding me were amazing. So you know who you are. You're all amazing. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass you the review. I'm going to try and get some guest artists who are there to talk about the review as well. Yeah, I've had mostly a positive experience, but I know others haven't really. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting conversation. Hopefully constructive though. Yeah, we'll see you later.
Hi everybody, so I just want to thank everybody who came by my table, other artists who talked to me and all that fun stuff, and the staff for looking after me so well. This is the review part of AnimeCon UK, and I have to get this out of the way before I begin the review. This is a disclaimer part, so if you want to skip this and go straight to the review, this is more for conventions to watch and to see like how I will do things. So this is the disclaimers. Just to protect myself, what I say is my opinion. Unless I provide evidence, this is my review. However, other voices will be said as well, as everyone has the right to their opinion, unless they provide evidence. This is all done in good faith, so conventions can hear our voices and hopefully hear us out. If any reactionary action is taken, this will be considered as anti-freedom of speech and will be taking legal action. Some people will put their voice anonymously in a statement to protect themselves, so please respect that. I will not out anyone who chooses to do their part anonymously. With that out of the way, let's get to review part. Hopefully we'll have some guests, so let's get going. Hi everybody, this is a review part of AnimeCon 2025. So we're going to start off with a statement because obviously all voices I believe need to be heard out. I've tried to gather as many as possible. Small Lottie might be late to this part of the video, so if we don't have her, it's a shame. I did try to get other artists on, but sadly they could not make it for their own reasons. But you know, that's sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So let's get on with this part of the review. So I'm going to keep this person anonymous because they have asked me to. So please do not ask me who this person is. I have confirmed they were in Artist Alley at AnimeCon UK 2025. So here we go. Let's read the statement. I would like to state that I have been attending AnimeCon UK since its inception. I would like to provide some feedback and my experience attending. Firstly, the booking process was confusing, and we did not know until setup day that we would be getting walls in Artist Alley. I have booked and paid for a £240 table. Thinking I could buy backing table, this was only when we received the manual on April the 19th that this information became available. I did not have that much time to plan, and any plans I have made were out the window. When I saw the obelisks anyways, they left little room for anything beyond anybody's tables. Significant changes or features such as backing walls or fairy light poles at the front of the tables were needed to be communicated in advance. There were many artists with mobility issues that needs who could not have prepared for the size of the gaps in Artist Alley Islands. They were not given any information, and it seems their needs were not taken into account of planning of Artist Alley. Please take this backing tables and communication above all else into account for the future. Secondly, the inconsistent and confusing prices of Artist Alley tables. You had early bird prices and structure beyond that. However, many artists were quoted £440 for a single Artist Alley pitch.
They were not even in Artist Alley. Clearly this needed to be on where the tables is booked and why it costs what it does. The sliding pricing has caused confusion and speculation among vendors, with some believing they are receiving tables either that are unfairly expensive or discounted compared to others. It's not good, and what little initial communication could clear the air. Thirdly, the tone of communication. When we were speaking to other artists about their booking process, I've learned they weren't contacted with a receipt after paying and didn't receive replies via email asking questions. The booking process felt unprofessional, and some artists being treated with hostility when others are being mistreated in an unprofessional manner. This creates a hostile situation between the artist and the staff member, which I believe would harm future bookings. It is a recurring issue that I've encountered every year that I've booked. I do not want to hand over money for a table that I am unsure if I will be met with hostility or any questions I might ask and will be left ignored. I would like this to be resolved. It is the main reason I am not rebooking for the next year. Unfortunate. Fourthly, the sound of the management of the main stage and the lack of follow-up concerns by staff. I preface, I have autism and hearing issues. The stage of the show was far too loud, and some artists near the stage found it so loud that they had to yell at people so they can hear each other. It was an incredibly uncomfortable experience for us all, neurodivergent or not. And it was so bad that an artist suffered from a seizure from sensory overload. This could have been fixed and tested beforehand on the first day setup. Were there any technical issues that caused it, or communication issues between the stage and the front office? The sound problems were only fixed on Sunday, and full explanation of what happened would be greatly appreciated. None of us should have had to feel uncomfortable, especially not for the 2/3 of the event. I propose you appoint a team member responsible with liaising, basically talking to the vendors, and ensuring their well-being throughout the convention. The artist I mentioned was not responded to via email, nor that their status were checked when they had incredibly poor experience with you as a result. I also recommend curtains to be purchased to dampen the noise from the stage for next time. It's been employed at other conventions and I've attended, and it's meant I could hold conversations at a reasonable volume. In case you felt these issues were vendor specific, an attendee approached me during the convention and complained about how confusing the layout was, and the volume of the stage lacking and the lack of things to do. The map was only available via QR code. No printed copies were distributed. The panel times were advertised, but nobody knew when they were. Once again, in complete lack of communication, I let this event down. For the future, I would recommend more time to be invested in hosting workshops or fun events for attendees to enjoy. An appropriate and readily available signposting of how to find them to be utilised. Researching other significant events in the UK for inspiration could aid in future planning. I've took a lot of time to think through my main issues constructively and write about them. There were many issues with the last show, unfortunately. Due to the current management and structure and inappropriate behaviour from staff member handling booking, I'm unable to rebook with your following shows. But I hope my feedback is considered and utilised. To be honest, there are some issues here that what I've read, I have to admit, I definitely knew about. The noise of the stage, knew about that, but that will come up in my review as well. And the pricing different prices for the tables, definitely heard about that. But a couple of things actually really shocked me. And I have to admit, if this is true from what this statement says, if there is hostility towards vendors and artists, this needs to be looked at. I think you do need community managers and Artist Alley managers, just so
there is a liaison between artists. I can't believe I just said that word now. Artists and the management team. I think that would be a really good idea, and I highly recommend that. And then let that person deal with, like, say, one person deals with Artist Alley, one person deals with the main vendors and the food. One main food vendors, one deals with the stages. You know, stuff like that. I think, yeah, expanding the team would be good, and make sure they have the people skills necessary to communicate as well, because if this is true, this can affect convention numbers, and it is such a shame when I had personally had a good time with this and stuff like that as well. Okay, I think we're going to try and see if we can get Lottie in, and we'll see you soon. Hi everybody, so I've got a little statement for Small Lottie because she couldn't make it to the video, so she wants to say sorry to all of you because obviously she was looking forward to this, but due to circumstances she couldn't make it. So here's her statement about AnimeCon UK and her review. Sorry not to be there, everybody. The old man boomer will read my statement. Thanks, Lottie. Even though I'm a millennial. Thank you. Sorry for my writing. I had my good times I have made, and amazing artist friends, and all the support from the great people who came to the table, and amazing cosplayers. The only thing I would ask for is the black walls felt so closed off by other amazing artists and felt limited by space and loses the way through like it was a maze. And the noise at the stand was so unleveled. As an ADHD person who made it myself overwhelmed. But not all is bad, as the area and the setup would have been great without the walls. I had fun regardless, and I know Lottie had fun regardless because she kept squeaking her toys at me. Yeah, I'm glad Small Lottie had a great time as well, despite the walls and the noise levels. So honestly, thank you for your feedback, Lottie. This means the world to me and the other convention goers. And I hope AnimeCon do take all these statements I have put in and take the feedback well. Hi everybody, so yeah, sorry about that. I think Lottie is not going to be able to make it tonight, so that is fine. It's his personal reasons, and I hope she does get through it. So let's continue with the review with just me. If you do want to, however, make a comment on my YouTube video or where this video may end up as well on social media, feel free to do so with your own reviews. The only thing I would ask is please just keep it civil, keep it nice, because you know there is a difference between being critical and honest and just being nasty for the sake of being nasty. So all I'm asking is just, you know, be constructive with your reviews down below and keep it, you know, be nice to each other as well, because everyone is entitled to their own opinion as long as it's not anything based on hatred. Anyways, let's get on with the review. Booking and pricing. For me, the table cost £270. I thought I paid £220, but due to a miscalculation and a misread of dates on certain emails, it turns out I paid £270, which means I made a loss of about £30 since I made about £240 back. This table was way too costly for me and needs to be lower. I've also been hearing other artists have been paying more and less. My advice is to do set prices for all Artist Alley tables of £180 to £200 in total. That includes VAT and any add-ons such as an extra table for £10 or a battery for whatever price should be tabbed on. Most artists will be more than happy to do this, and I think the convention needs to consider that a lot of us artists are working minimum wage jobs, so we need to keep the tables cheap in Artist Alley to make our money back easily, especially in the economy we live in and the cost of living crisis. Booking was easy for me and simple though, I must admit that much. I've also been hearing though other artists have been paying more or less, which I've already said. This is not a good look. All prices should be set apart from the early bird, of course. That is my only advice I would give. The con staff themselves, they actually been all really nice to me, and some of them actually came up to me to make sure I was okay at all times. I love how management have even thanked me for the stuff I've done on social media to spread awareness of their convention, like my voice counted. This, I have to admit, they've been really kind to me. I'm actually was sad to hear when I read this statement that
the opposite was true for another artist. It does make my heart sad, but at the end of the day, I had a good time with the staff. They were always nice to me. They've always been civil, and you know. But if what is said in the statement is true, this does need to be looked at, and you might need to start getting people in with maybe more people skills to liaison with the vendors and the artists in general, just so then we've got a better, cleaner line of communication, because this does affect sales and tables if this is true. But like I said, I had a good time, so yeah. The venue was lovely, and the staff have been always lovely and friendly to me even since the first convention, compared to MCM's own security staff and staff within. I want to say to the NEC, if you are watching this video, keep up the good work, because anytime I've had a problem in or outside the convention about this convention in particular, they've always been helpful to help me out. And I mean stuff like you know, how to sort of book it in advance and stuff like that for the parking when we need to drop off our stuff for setup. So these guys are actually been really nice, and anytime we get stuck, we do our staff in benches and that. They're never snappy, they're always happy to help. And you know, I just want to say, NEC staff, a lot of convention centers can actually learn from you guys, so please keep up the good work. The convention layout. This is where I sadly must be honest. I feel like the organization was a mess. I get what they were going for, but the close off layout and the chaos could have been a lot better. Please put it back how it was the first year. It was a brilliant layout for all those who took part. If you're going to do a square layout for artist alley tables, may I suggest instead of a black towers, you have a gazebo, a open one, for those who are there to put their stock in and maybe meet in the middle for a chat if they wish. I think this would be a lovely little idea, and I'm just going to show you a little something, AnimeCon, if you are watching. So this is just a suggestion, and I know it depends on the layout of the hall and that, but this is something I've come up with as an example. So as you can see here, like the main vendors are at the top with the silent disco, because obviously that's all headphones, so it can be near the vendors. And then you've got like computer games, sign in here, autistic quiet spot, which is actually going to be one of my suggestions towards the end of the review, which is going to be fantastic. And then you got artist alley in the middle, so the foot traffic can go from the main vendors to the food trucks, or if say like the stages are there, they can go for us to get to the games and signing. So essentially, like, we're in the middle. The food trucks can be at the back because obviously people are going to want to buy food, and then you got the anime bus for like anime watching and previews or anime related events, and then the stages being a little bit of distance from the vendors so the noise gets dampened. And I'll put like a little square line, you may not be able to see it, but if I just sort of widen it, as you can see, there's like a line from the stage to like on the floor as well. That means like where the curtains are to dampen the sound. That was my other complaint with the layout, is the noise was too near the vendors, so the stage was like really too noisy. This actually did cause me to have an overstimulating time, so I kind of, being an autistic myself and being neurodivergent, I had to kind of go outside for like a couple of minutes to recalibrate myself. So yeah, that's like a huge suggestion that I would ask from the AnimeCon team. If you can do something like this would be fantastic. And maybe like only save the walls for like the edges as well, apart from where the food shops are obviously. But yeah, this is just a rough layout so you guys get an idea of maybe knowing what to do. Obviously that's not like I say, it's like a big table, it's just an area, but it's just a suggestion, and hopefully you'll take that into consideration. Okay, the con itself. Okay, so sadly a lot of good stuff was hidden, and it was hard to find due to the walls, and not much to do because it was all hidden. We need live action D&D back, because I think that was actually really awesome stuff. I know it's nothing to do with anime, but I think a lot of people did enjoy it, so I think bringing that back would be awesome. Have more anime related events, and it is such a shame where a lot of stuff was blocked off by walls. This would be awesome, you know, with awesome stuff and artists to do and see, and vendors as well. Also, mixing 3 conventions at once, in my opinion, is not the best idea, because I think it gives the thematic thing just to sort of, it makes it a mess. So you need to just keep each convention by itself. The only 2 conventions out of the 3 you had that made sense to me was CardCon and AnimeCon, because obviously a lot of card games are anime related, like Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, etc. So I kind of get that, but they could have easily been with the main vendors. So that is just what I suggest personally. Anyways, and also we have a really awesome community. Let's utilize this. And I think getting feedback from the community on social media and that would be a really good way to open up and talk and maybe actually have a conversation with some of the vendors and that. One of my actual suggestions, this will be on how they can improve, is actually start getting managers to deal with specific areas, like a manager for Artist Alley, and teamed up with like sort of like community like speakers so they can speak to the community themselves and come back. Same with the vendors, same with the food trucks, same with the stage, same with the games, because then you got like different managers who are managing different things at once, which hopefully then will bring more cohesion when you have meetings about how to set up things. And hopefully then it doesn't put as much pressure on you, Clive and Natalie, because I know you're kind of running the show by yourselves, and hopefully bringing on teams like this would really help your convention grow. And I would suggest maybe make sure they have got people skills if what I've been said by the statement has been true. Okay, let's get to how they can improve. First off, if you're going to do the Artist Alley layout again, here's some suggestions to make it better. If you're going to get rid of the black walls, 100%, it blocks the view from all vendors. Maybe have an open gazebo in the middle with signs on the top saying who is there. This will also make a lovely open space for us to put our stock in, and maybe have an area where we all can come in the middle and have a little chat, like a little nice social area. Making a bigger gap for us to enter, so it makes it easier for disabled vendors to get in with their mobile aid. This one I cannot stress enough, because even I struggle to get in the square. So maybe if you're going to do a square, make one point of entry where everyone can enter, a nice little gap, and then sort of, you know, so people can get in. And maybe that's like the only part you can do it, and make sure like when you're inside the square, like so anyone with mobile aid can get all the way around and get in and out of the gazebo as well. But like I say, this is only my suggestion, or just get rid of something in the middle altogether so all of us artists have a little bit of breathing room. Only a suggestion. The last suggestion I'll make for Artist Alley is put Artist Alley in the middle, like I stated earlier, for your first time when you did this convention. There is a lot of footfall in Artist Alley from all sides when this happened the first time. Here's a template that I've made as a suggestion and to go by. So that's it for Artist Alley. Okay, so number 2, I think this will make it absolutely easier to navigate. Make a sign map for every area with a QR code, so people can easily access the map both physically and digitally at all times, so they can better navigate. Now, this is something, I know everything's going digital these days, however, it would be nice to have a few signs placed around a convention with maps, and then have like a QR code on it so you can scan it. Like, I seriously, I cannot stress this idea enough. I think this is an absolutely banger of an idea. I think you all guys are missing out on. Okay, this is the number 1 complaint I have heard from all artists, including myself. Make sure there are flat prices for all artist tables. Apart from the early bird, I would suggest with that a total between £180 to £200. With that VAT, most of us would be happy to buy upgrades like an extra table for a tenner, or other stuff you think would be a better idea. So like power packs, maybe tablecloths, stuff like that, because then people can afford more, can do more with their tables. So everyone feels like they're paid fair, and anyone who's got extra stuff has paid extra for it. I mean, I think this is a brilliant idea, and I hope you will hear me out on that one. Number 4. This is from what I've heard from people. I've heard from a lot of people they've almost paid twice for the table. This is a problem. Please look into this. So this is something I have actually noticed, is I've heard in a lot of Discord rooms, I will not name names, but they've been asked to pay twice almost, because I don't know why anyone haven't looked into this yet. This has been happening literally every convention, so I would really strongly suggest AnimeCon UK to really look into that problem and find a way to make sure everyone who's paid and not paid. This is getting to the point now where I think a lot of people are getting angry and frustrated. Okay, so here we go. Number 5, I've mentioned this earlier. Mixing 4 conventions or 3 conventions together is a bad idea, and it's making it confusing and the theme confusing. I would suggest to do more anime related events and, you know, community based stuff and games and such like that. Talk to the community and utilize them to see what they would like to have in their anime convention. This I highly suggest. Bring back the anime bus. Bring maybe like voice acting lessons, stuff like that. Like, look into what anime is all about and make like sort of anime themed like events. You know, panels, stuff like that. Like, make your own manga panel was a really good panel that I did, and I think, you know, bringing it back to sort of basics, I'm more than happy to do that part 2 to that panel again. So yeah, I think this is like a really big thing, and I think, you know, giving it a bit more cohesion would be lovely. Okay, so here we go. Number 6. I think it's time to take on more management. I have actually mentioned this earlier. Like, someone to spearhead Artist Alley and have artist reps for anything they can feed back to and have meetings with. This, I think, needs to happen. So I think each sector needs to have a manager, and then you have like maybe like community reps within that year to have someone to feed back to have forums, or to sit down and have meetings with, like maybe like for an hour during the convention to see how things are going and what's being fed back. I think this will really bring trust to the community at large, including vendors. So I think this is something I think you guys need to look into. Number 7, make sure the stages are away from vendors and make it too loud to talk to our customers. And also, please consider people who have autism can be sensory overloaded. So I think keep the stage away and put in like a curtain around. So you got like where the audience are, you put like a curtain around that, you put a curtain around like the stages so it dampens the sound a little bit, and make sure there's a little bit of distance as well, stuff like that. And this leads into my 8th suggestion. Now, a lot of people that I've noticed came to AnimeCon UK, especially this year, are neurodivergent in some way. I have seen a lot of sunflower lanyards. I'm autistic myself, so I think this suggestion would be absolutely lovely to implicate. Can we have a space for any neurodivergent customers or vendors can have a space where they can recalibrate and calm down? A soft and quiet place, maybe a few beanbags being laid around that area with a few sensory toys. This would be great, because I have noticed a lot of people with autism, ADHD and other neurodivergencies with vendors and customers alike. I know this is a huge ask, but I think this would be great for the LD community and making the convention neurodivergent friendly. Maybe work with an autism charity to make this happen, because what I think, so when I put into like this little brown area, like the autistic or put neurodivergent quiet zone, get an autistic charity like Autism UK and just say, look, if we give you like a little bit of space so you can spread the word about your charity, could you make like an autism quiet area so you can have like a tent where they can go in, put some headphones on and just quiet and calm down, because a lot of neurodivergent people can get overwhelmed with crowds and noise, and sometimes, you know, when you're shoving and pushing, you know, some people get triggered by rudeness. I know it sounds really dumb, but this little thing is like a life equality thing where people can come in and out, and I think this will make a very big positive impact throughout the community. Instead of making it late like you did on Friday, make the opening times from 9 AM to 6 PM. There's a lot of adults who want to come into the convention and want to book holidays to come into the convention without kids. I think you're missing out on a lot of footfall due to this. I think, like, I get what they were going for. It's like, oh, kids come out after school, so if we open for 2 o'clock, people then can come in. What I think should have happened is you open till morning to 6, because then you got the adults who want to come in first, and then you got the kids who want to come in second. So I hope you take this suggestion on board. I think this would be an absolutely lovely idea to implement. My final thoughts. Overall, I did enjoy the convention, despite the loss that I made. I've met so many amazing people, and the community is lovely. However, there seems to be a lot of work that needs to be done. I think we can make this convention greater and a better experience for all. Anime fans need a convention like this, so let's make this one of the best conventions in the UK and treat both fans and vendors from all sides, no matter what, like they matter. Let's make it a great convention for all. Because the fans need something like this, and the community have been brilliant towards me. So let's make this convention grow, and let's foster this wonderful and loving community. This is Vamp the Lost Soul, and see you later.